Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Conrad here, and in today's video we're going to talk about overthinking, and I'm going to share with you 5 things that have helped me in my journey stop overthinking so much. So let's get into it. In the past, overthinking has really stopped me from living the life that I wanted to live, and has just kept me kind of held back and overthinking situations and problems that never came to pass, which is actually really ridiculous when I think about it. So you may experience this in many different ways. You could be caring way too much about what other people think about you. You may be trying to be a perfectionist, or you could just be trying to solve all these imaginary problems in the future that you don't have yet. If you do struggle with overthinking in any form or the other, what I want to let you know is that there's completely nothing wrong with that. Almost everyone in the world struggles with it to some extent. Other people have just gotten better at dealing with it. And so I want to keep it real, keep it light with you, and give you 5 things that have helped me in my journey, and hopefully you can take some value out of that, and let's get into it. So step number 1 sounds pretty simple, but basically it's about catching yourself doing it, increasing your mindfulness around your thinking, and not just letting yourself get sucked into this dark vortex of of overthinking, and you can just get so consumed by a problem that you can't see the light of day anymore. So basically you want to be able to catch yourself doing it, and give yourself some more credit when you do that, because when you realize that you have this problem, or when you catch yourself doing it, then that gives you the basis that you're then able to change and do everything else with. So the second thing that I do when I catch myself overthinking is I actually laugh at myself. I talk about the internal dialogue that's inside of my head, and it actually makes me laugh how ridiculous it is. To give an example about this video, I could be thinking like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put out this video, and what's this person gonna think and that person gonna think, and what if they don't like my shirt? Does this make me look fat? And the list goes on and on. And learn to laugh at yourself, learn to enjoy that, and think about how ridiculous the process is of our internal dialogue. Don't feel bad about it. Just catch yourself doing it, and laugh at it and move on. And number 3 is something that I almost do daily, and it would just be reminding myself that you can't solve a problem that you don't have yet. And oftentimes our brains can go to a place where we want to go into preventative maintenance and try to think about all these problems that we don't have yet. And so that is something that I continuously have to remind myself, is that breathe, let it out, relax, and realize that you literally cannot solve a problem that you don't have yet. You can only solve the problem when it arises, so deal with it when it arises. Don't spend your time thinking about it now. It's just a waste of time, and move on. Wow. Oh God. So I use those glasses because this one has been the biggest eye-opener for me. Every couple of months, I usually do a reflection, especially at the end of the year, on my time, what went well, what didn't go well, what can I do better, and it makes me think about all the things and all the times that I spent worrying about all these situations or problems that never actually happened. It makes me realize that, hey, if that has never helped me in the past, it's not going to help me in the future, and so I can just be free from it and let it go. And that's what I want you to be able to do as well, is kind of spend some time thinking about how you've worried or stressed so much about that situation or this situation, and it can literally be last week, and how what you were stressing about actually didn't happen, and it's not going to happen in the future, and you can kind of go on and live your life and be a little bit more free with that. So hopefully that helps you out. So you've got some tools now to help deal with your overthinking. It's time to start acting like someone that doesn't overthink, and that's about making decisions fast. It's about basically choosing what you want to do and then adjusting where necessary. And that may be something that is so against what you were brought up to be, or your initial nature, and that's okay. You're going to feel that internal resistance, but start with the small things and build up. It's about thinking about, okay, do I want to eat this or that, or go to this restaurant or that restaurant, or watch this movie and that movie, and instead of umming and ahhing and asking everyone else's opinion about it, make a decision fast and adjust it where necessary. If you pick a bad movie, stop watching it. If you go to a bad restaurant, you can leave, So once you build this habit and it starts to snowball, you'll be able to scale that up with the bigger things as well. If you're stuck in a career that you hate, then you don't have to be doing it, or you're running a business and it's just not helping you out or serving you anymore, then you can actually stop doing it and you can change the direction, okay? And if you really think about the worst case scenario, if I do go in this direction, what is the worst possible thing that could happen? oftentimes it's not that bad. If you live in a first world country, like, it's pretty highly unlikely that you're gonna end up homeless on the street with a can, shaking it like, give me some money. It's just not gonna happen, okay? And so the worst thing that can happen is often nothing that bad at all, and we can recover from it 9 times out of 10. And so that's gonna be the final thing, is just learn how to make decisions fast and start acting like someone that takes control and doesn't overthink things. So there you go. If you got any value out of this, let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to be putting out more videos like this and just talking about subjects that I'm passionate about and problems that I've gone through and struggled with but have now overcome. So that's what this is going to be about, and I'll leave a link to a couple more resources that have helped me with this topic in the description below if you want to dive deeper into it, and feel free to message me on Instagram as well. Let's go on this journey. Peace. Can you remember being like 12 years old and doing this?